give everyone a minute to join us. I hope you're all feeling okay out there. Hi Tash! This is the song we're going to be singing in a little bit. Probably recognise it. The theme this week is fairy tales. But it's for everyone, so if there's anyone out there who feels like, oh, it's just for kids, it's not. It's for all the family to take part. We'll do some vocal warm-up exercises, something a little bit silly to get you loosened up, and then we'll do some lyric learning and song learning. So make sure you've got some water and make sure that you're in a comfortable position. We want to make sure that, of course, we're doing this at a distance, but we still want to be putting safeguarding first and health and safety first. So if you have any problems with your throat or anything like that today, then it's probably best to sit out and just watch and not take part. But if you are feeling good and you're feeling fine and you're comfortable, then that's great. Make sure that you're not straining anything, and when we do some breathing exercises and neck exercises, that you don't go too far. Don't push yourself more than you need to. It's all supposed to be a bit of fun, really. Yeah, so we'll give it a few more seconds and we'll get going. Lovely. Okay, so welcome to Pop Stars today. This is session number 6, I think. But welcome if you've never joined me before in my living room, doing what we usually do at Z Arts. And it's Pop Stars, it's all about singing. But today we're not doing pop music, so to speak, we're doing a fairy tale song. And I just want to make sure that you've got everything you need and that you can hear me clear enough. That's really important. So if you're in a room that's quite busy, if there's a lot going on, then maybe move yourself to a separate room with your adult or whoever it is, device it is, and so we can crack on. Before we dive into it, let's just check in about how you guys are feeling today. Are you feeling okay? Are you feeling all right? Are you feeling good? Are you feeling positive? I know that it's different for everyone out there. So similes are quite a good way to try and explain how you're feeling. And I'd love to see and hear from you all. So just put your comments in the comment boxes below. So are you feeling mild, like the weather outside today? Are you feeling, I don't know, quiet like the streets? Maybe you're having a bit of a quiet day. Are you feeling loud like the birds in the morning? Maybe you're feeling a bit loud today. Think of a nice little simile that sums up how you're feeling right now, and hopefully you'll feel even better after this. So as usual, let's start with breathing and calming exercises. We're just going to focus on breathing in through our nose and out through our mouth for the purposes of this, but also because singing, when you're singing, you breathe in through your nose and your mouth, and your breathing is regulating everything, the voice and how things come out. So let's just tune into that for one moment. So in through the nose and out through the mouth. Make sure you've got a nice posture. Don't puff out your chest too much. Let's do it a couple more times, but this time let's make some noises, make some sounds, maybe some like horse sounds. So, that's a good one to wake you up, that one, I think. Let's do it a couple more times. Loosen up your body, loosen up your shoulders, loosen up your neck a little bit. And we'll get ready to do some vocal warm-ups. So the first one I'd like to start with today is a little bit more physical than usual, because I would like to get everyone's spirits a bit lifted, and it's about like timing and learning how to count. So obviously music happens in time, and a lot of the time it's very important that you sing in time with the music. And one little trick away to do it is this little game. So what we do is we count, and we'll start with 8 and we'll go down, and we use our hands. If you can see both of my hands, they're both moving. If you can't, you can see one of them. And we'll use our hands to count. Right, so you've got to follow me. I'm going to do it first, and then you guys can follow and join in and see how you feel about it. This is how it's going to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, good. We can count to 8. So now the trick of the game is that we're going to do it in different amounts of numbers. We're going to go down to the next bit. We're going to do it in 7s. Okay, so we'll see how quickly we can catch each hand as we're doing it, right? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, yeah, cool. Okay, that's getting my energy up a little bit. Let's do it in 6 now, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Great. Okay, let's do it up to 5 now. You can do whatever you want with your hands as well. Give them a little bit of a stretch and a wriggle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great. Okay, let's do it down to 4 now. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got both hands going at the end there. So the next time you're listening to a song, it might be a completely different tempo to what I was doing there. But if you do that little hand exercise, you'll get a bit of an idea of what time signature it's in. So today that's not very important. That was just something to get us a bit loose. But think about that next time you're listening to one of your favourite songs. Try it with fast ones and challenge yourself. Maybe a little bit of jazz. So the next exercise, if you're ready for it, is going to be one that starts to warm up our vocal cords. So make sure you've got some water. I'm going to have a quick sip of water now. Lovely. Keeping hydrated. And we're going to make some siren sounds. Now, it's going to sound weird to whoever's in the house with you. Don't worry about it. We're just doing it for the purposes of singing. So it's just going to go a bit like this, really. Make sure you take a breath before you do kind of any phrase or any sentence or any bit of singing that we're going to do, because it will make sure that you're doing it as best as you possibly can and it comes out as loud and as best as it can. So let's do some more siren sounds. And I'm using my head to kind of tell me how to go and where to go. Maybe you should do the same. Now these are activities that anyone can do of any age. As long as you've got a voice and you can project it, then this should be for you. Let's try doing the same thing, but we're going to do the sirens and we're going to do it with a lip roll. So it's going to be a bit like this. So it's similar to those kind of hoarse breathing sounds we were doing just a little bit before, but we're actually trying to engage our face and engage our lips and our mouth so that the sound that we're making through our throat comes out through our mouth at the same time. And it seems a bit funny and it feels a bit weird, but if you practice doing that, it will definitely loosen you up a little bit. So let's do that a few more times. Maybe hold your cheeks if you need to, so like this. Does that feel good? Hopefully it does. Let me know how it feels. Put your comments in the box and I'll give you a little shout out. Okay, so I'm just going to switch over and move on to some scales. So we've done some breathing exercises, We've done some mouth movement. These are just little tips that you can use if you're going to do anything that requires you to use your voice, whether it's just shouting or speaking to people, or presenting something to people, or if it is actually singing. Let's move on to the scales. You should be able to hear this nice and loudly, I hope. Now you're probably familiar with those 5 notes. So we're just going to use those 5 notes and go up the scale using the sound la to start. Okay? We'll do it nice and slowly so everyone can catch up with me. And if you can't hear my keyboard, don't worry too much. As long as you can hear me and you can tune into my key, that's most important. La 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 la. Okay, let's do that again. La 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 la. Okay, we're going to go up the scale now. La 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 la. Now when you're doing la's, you'll notice your tongue touches the top of your mouth, and that's what you want it to be doing, because then it comes out really nice and clearly. So keep doing it like that. So from this, la 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 la. Up again. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. All right. Let's do it down now from G. And we'll go from C and we'll do it with me sound. Me, 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 me. And up again. Me, 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 me. Me, 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 me. Me, 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 me. Me, 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 me. All right, well, that's enough about me. So making sure that you're using your face when you're singing, that's really, really important. And you're using your eyebrows and your cheeks and your smile. Even if you're not feeling too happy today, try and put it on for your singing, and I think it will naturally shine through. Let's do one more round of scales. We're going to do mo. Mo, 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 mo. Mo, 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 mo. Mo, 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 mo. Mo, 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 mo. Mo, 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 mo. All right, so you'll notice that when I was doing the scales, obviously you register changes when you go higher, and that is really important to notice. So when you're in the lower sounds, sometimes it's really easy and natural to use your chest voice, but when you get into the higher sounds, up here, you might want to move slightly up into your head voice, if that makes sense. Let's see if it makes sense. I think the song we're singing today, because it's quite a high-pitched song and a lot of fairy tales are like that, we'll probably be using our head voice first and foremost. But we'll see how you feel comfortable. Remember not to strain yourself and do anything that feels unnatural. So before we delve into our song, I want to do a quick singing warm-up song called Algae Met a Bear. Now, I used to sing this back when I was in school choir, so hopefully some people will know it, and if you don't, just join me. I'll do the lyrics first and then repeat after me. We'll do it together. So it's Algae met a bear. The bear met algae. The bear was bulgy. The bulge was algae. So we go up and down, loads of different notes. And we sing nice and bright, nice and upright. I'm going to sing it first and we'll see if you guys can catch on. Algae met a bear, the bear met algae, the bear was bulgy, the bulge was algae. We'll do that one more time from C and then we'll go up. Algae met a bear, the bear met algae, the bear was bulgy, the bulge was algae. No, it was a bit of a silly rhyme. But no better way to do something that is professional and that makes you do something right than doing it in a silly way. Algae met a bear, the bear met algae, the bear was bulgy, the bulge was algae. Algae met a bear, the bear met algae, the bear was bulgy, the bulge was algae. Let's try some lower notes now. Algae met a bear, the bear met algae, the bear was bulgy, the bulge was algae. See how low I can go. Algae met a bear, the bear met algae, the bear was bulgy, the bulge was algae. Lower. Algae met a bear, the bear met algae, the bear was bulgy, the bulge was algae. That was quite hard even for me. But don't worry about it. I think we've stretched our vocal cords enough to sing Beauty and the Beast. Right. So if anyone's watching out there and remembers their favourite fairy tales, maybe they watched it last night, maybe they haven't watched it in years, this is a good time to watch some of your favourite classics, isn't it? Because we're all at home. Beauty and the Beast is definitely in my top 10, but I'd probably say Cinderella is top 3. I don't want to say the number 1 because I'll probably regret it and I'll probably forget one of my favourites, but in terms of fairy tales, Beauty and the Beast is definitely up there. So I'm going to sing it for you first. Hopefully it sounds all right out there and you can hear it well and good, catch some of the melody as I'm singing it, and then I'll run through the lyrics and we'll do it a couple of times together and hopefully by the end of it we're all singing. Okay. Now this version's a little bit different. It's a little bit quicker than the usual one, but it works for what we're doing today. Slightly different key as well, but don't worry too much about that. Tale as old as time, true as it can be, barely even friends, then somebody bends unexpectedly. Just a little change, small to say the least, both a little scared, neither one prepared. Beauty and the Beast, ever just the same, ever a surprise, ever as before, ever just as sure as a sunrise. Tale as old as time, tune as old as song, bittersweet and strange, finding you can change, learning you were wrong, certain as the sun, rising in the east, tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme, Beauty and the Beast, tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme, Beauty and the Beast. Okay. hopefully some of you recognised it, and if you don't, we'll just go through the lyrics and we'll give you a couple more times. And don't worry that this video will be available as well after, so if you've only just joined in, don't worry about it. You'll be able to catch it and practice with me later on. So the lyrics. If you need to grab a pen and paper, maybe do very quickly now, then you can write it down and then you can follow it while you're singing. So it's usually a duet, this song, but you can sing it alone. But if you were to do it as a duet, this would be part one, the first verse. So, tale as old as time, true as it can be, barely even friends, then somebody bends unexpectedly. Then verse 2, which would be for the other person. Just a little change, small to say the least, both a little scared, neither one prepared, Beauty and the Beast. Then we have the bridge section, and it goes, it all starts with ever, so that's a cue for remembering the start of each sentence. Ever just the same, ever a surprise, ever as before, and ever just as sure as the sun will rise. And then we've got the last two verses, so part one for the first person. Ever just the same, ever a surprise, ever as before, ever just as sure as the sun will rise. So that was the bridge section. And the next section is the verse for the first person. So, tale as old as time, tune as old as song, bitter, sweet and strange, finding you can change, learning you were wrong, certain as the sun, rising in the east, tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme, Beauty and the Beast. Then we repeat that again, tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme, Beauty and the Beast. Now you'll notice that when I was singing, there's some little rungs and trills. Feel free to just do simple long notes and versions, because that's just as good. And if you can, then join in with me. So it's a couple of these ones, for example, unexpectedly, that's one. And then we've got even just the last line of Beauty and the Beast. Beauty and the Beast. Do that as you feel. You don't have to stick to the script as long as you're in tune. So I'm going to sing this now, and I'm going to sing it to you a cappella, slow enough that you can sing along. Just make sure I put it in the right key. Because it does go up as well. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Tale as old as time, true as it can be, barely even friends, then somebody bends unexpectedly. Just a little change, small to say the least, both a little scared, neither one prepared, Beauty and the Beast. Ever just the same, high eyebrows, ever a surprise, ever as before, ever just as sure as the sun will rise, ever tale as old as time, Tune as old as song, bittersweet and strange, finding you can change, learning you were wrong. Certain as the sun, rising in the east, song as old as rhyme, tale as old as time, Beauty and the Beast. Tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme, Beauty and the Beast. So hopefully, after listening to me do some of that, apologies for the mistakes, but I think some of the points about performing and being professional is that if you do something wrong, you just keep going, you keep smiling, and it's all part of it. So I think I'd like to try and sing it all together because we've not got very much time left, just a couple of minutes. And if you've only just joined, don't worry, this video will be available afterwards. So all your little ones, your younger ones, your older ones, and any old ones in the house, if you want to do a bit of a sing-along and learn how to sing this song, then please do tune in a bit later. But for now, I'm going to say goodbye and we're going to sing Beauty and the Beast. Now remember, high eyebrows, nice big smiling faces, high cheekbones. Sing with your mouth open so the sound comes out nice and lovely. It's always useful to count a little bit as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tale as old as time, true as it can be. Barely even friends, and somebody ends unexpectedly. Just a little change, small to say the least, both a little scared, neither one prepared. Beauty and the Beast, ever just the same, ever a surprise, ever as before, ever just as sure as the sunrise. Tale as old as time, tune as old as song, bittersweet and strange, finding you can change, learning you wrong. Certain as the sun, rising in the east, tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme, Beauty and the Beast. Tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme, Beauty and the Beast. Thank you for joining Popstars today. I hope you have a wonderful week of fairy tales. Make up your own little fairy tales and think about what your favourite fairy tales are and what songs come from them. Maybe give them a little practice at home. See you again soon, guys. Bye.